Okay, what is going on, guys? I am just making a quick video on today's recap. It is currently May 20th, and I'm just going to go over the day and all the potential trades you could have taken. This is what I had set up for pre-market. Obviously, the main draw below is the hourly fair value gap, and then also we have a 15-minute here as well. And then the draw above is the 5-minute fair value gap with previous day high within it as well. So when I look at this, I'm going to be like, okay, if I want to go long, then I want to wait for something within the hourly. And if I want to go short, I'll wait for something in the 5-minute. Those are my two conditions. And it kind of plays out similar to that. So I'm just going to kind of go zoom in here. So what happens, this is 9:25. Then we get 9:30 candle open. And at the 9:30 candle open, we have very nice manipulation, right? We have a sweep of liquidity within a 15-minute fair value gap. We have a 3-minute inversion with displacement. And then we also have draws above, such as previous day high, this local high as well. What I would have rated this is a, it's actually just an A setup, okay? And the reason it's only an A is because we're in a 15-minute fair value gap, okay? So I actually took this long, and it's actually a methodical error if you took this long, right? Because yeah, it looks like a great trade. You have the 3-minute, you just set your stop loss below here. I had it at 50 points, and you go for a quick 1-to-1. But obviously we're in this 15-minute, so you're longing into a 15-minute and banking that it closes. It's a bit of a gamble. There's nothing sure about that it is going to close. So that's why if you did take this trade, the most intelligent thing you could have done is go break even once we hit this high. I didn't go break even because I was very confident because this manipulation looked very strong to me. I know we did have the hourlies below, but I just didn't even care. So I just took it and I got cooked. Like literally in 1 minute. 1 minute I got cooked. Crazy. And that's that. I was cheesed. And we got another retest of the 15-minute. And then I couldn't take another trade, but another trade here showed up because there was a couple ways you could have taken this, but the way I would have taken this is we had a 2-minute BPR. Typically BPRs are really good because if it's going to reject, it's going to reject in that BPR. But we didn't close above it there, and then we didn't close above it there, but we did close above it here. So you would have had to be very quick and reacted there, depending on how you trade. But that would have been the highest time frame confirmation in that leg. You could have entered on a 1-minute, but even then, this was really the only entry for this trade. So obviously the reason you wouldn't take this is because it's very premium and the risk to reward isn't that great. And you wouldn't take the other one because you were longing into a 15-minute fair value gap. So obviously here we get the previous day high within the 5-minute touched. So that in itself is very strong manipulation. You have a very small 1-minute here, which, it's possible. I don't know. I mean, I personally would not have taken that. That is just way too small for me. This 1-minute, however, was probably the best trade that you could have taken. There was a 2-minute here as well that you could have taken. So, however you traded that, you could have caught a little short from like down here all the way to the hourly gap because at that point we had manipulation from here. And the next draw is down here. There's really not much holding us down, holding us between our manipulation and our draw. So that would have been a good trade as well. You would have had to extend your point stop loss at least 50 points because you were kind of deep in your stop loss at a point, but it would have flushed pretty quickly on the 2 minute here. You probably would have been break even. Um, but yeah, that would have been a decent trade as well. And the other trade was right here. And this is actually the best trade of the day. I'm just going to delete that. Just going to delete that as well. You had a 1 minute here. Sorry. Just going to delete that. 1 minute. We finally touched the hourly. So what I should have done is just waited and only longed once we touched the hourly. And then once we did touch the hourly, we had such a strong rejection out of that. You could have taken this 1 minute. You could have taken this 2 minute. But regardless, your entry would have been up here. And you could have just targeted this high for like 70 points, right? That's a really respectable amount to win in a trade. And this is probably the best one of the day. Because this has the hourly gap that we've been clearly targeting the entire day. We edged it here, went back to this draw, then finally went back to the hourly. Then we continued higher after this. So you would have got stopped at break even, but this could have ran all the way to the other draw of the 15-minute fair value gap waiting above. So obviously the best trade would have only been at like 10-15. The other trades, the short was good. It had very strong manipulation. This had great manipulation as well. However, I longed into a 15-minute, so the high time frame context didn't align with my trade thesis, and that's kind of why it lost. So in reality, the only true good trade was at 10-15. Everything else was just low tier to lower quality setups, but you definitely could have made money within that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing these. I'm going to try and push these out every single day. I'm going to get better at them too. I was just probably rushing this a little bit. But let me know if you guys want me to do something different, if you want me to, go about this a different way, whatever. Give me your thoughts, your opinions, whatever. And yeah, so I'm going to close it out, and good luck in the markets tomorrow.